The U.S. is coming out with a tough warning for Iran. It's saying that any disruption in the Straits of Hormuz will, quote, not be tolerated. What does that mean? Barbara Starr is following the story here in Washington. So how seriously is the United States taking any threat of a possible disruption in the Straits of Hormuz?
Well, you know, Hala, rhetoric and action is ramping up in the last few days. Right now, out in that area, we are seeing the Iranian Navy conduct several days of war games out in the North Arabian Sea, just outside the Strait. And we are also seeing from the Europeans discussion of an embargo against Iran to try and encourage them to stop their nuclear program. All of this leading to this increased rhetoric. Iran making a number of statements that it would close down the Strait of Hormuz. So we went to the U.S. Navy and asked them about that. The U.S. Navy Fifth Fleet, located in that region in Bahrain this morning, coming out with that very tough language. Let me read to you what the U.S. Navy is saying about this now. Quote, anyone who threatens to disrupt freedom of navigation in an international strait is clearly outside the community of nations. Any disruption will not be tolerated. The U.S. Navy maintains, as you know, Hala, a number of warships in that region at all times, and they are making it very clear that they will not tolerate Iran shutting down that strait, which is international waters and a vital economic lifeline. Hala.
Well, let's put that map up of the location of the Strait of Hormuz once again, because you're going to see one big country there, and that is Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
This is all about oil prices and the freedom of navigation of oil and other goods through the strait. Oil over $100 a barrel right now, of course, crude oil. The Saudis are thought to be maybe able to talk to the Iranians. When we were out in the region last week with the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, we made a stop with him, of course, in Saudi Arabia. He was making it very clear he hoped that the Saudis would be able to talk to the Iranians and talk to them about their nuclear program, talk to them about their rhetoric, and calm things down a bit. General Martin Dempsey, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. The Saudis now will be the linchpin. If the Iranians were to make a move, would the Saudis raise their oil production levels to try and bring the market back into balance? This is as much economic warfare as it is anything else. But the U.S. Navy, the Obama administration letting the U.S. Navy this morning take the lead in talking about this, that a disruption will not be tolerated, that the U.S. won't allow the strait to be shut down. And very clearly, the allies in that region, the Persian Gulf oil-producing nations and the other smaller Gulf nations in the region, are making it clear they don't want that to happen either. Goods and services flow through those oil waterways, and people want to see that commerce continue.